Greetings, fellow citizens. So today I am taking time to perhaps give context to the video that was posted yesterday, in which video I was insinuating that I'm ready to die and consequently ready to kill. Now, the idea of me speaking now is so that I can give context to this matter, seeing that it has been awesomely condemned, which is very normal, in the current situation. Now, yesterday I made a video, which video I forwarded to my media team to post. Now, those who are not aware, because we've chosen not to be crybabies, the last almost 1 month has been hell for some of us who have been working around President Brian Mundubile. Some of you may not know these intricacies because we've chosen to be strong men. We've chosen to hide our emotions. We've chosen to hide our frustrations. We've basically chosen to, act like men or brave men. Ideally, we could have also chosen to be like our friends who have chosen the easy way out, went to dine with, the Red Devils, as you may refer to them. The truth today, and I always, hold myself back from saying something like this. The truth is that the last 1 month has been hell. Anyone who is not as strong as some of us would have already given up. The levels of threats that we've been receiving, it's just that we have a president who is very strong, who has told us not to divulge or divulge some of these threats to the public, or otherwise, as the case has become now, you would have been thinking we are cooking these things up. The truth is, for the last almost 2 weeks now, I can only reach you. You can't reach me because our gadgets are monitored. We are being traced. So usually our communication is one way. So when I make a video post to my media team, unless I reach them, and very few people are able to reach me now because I'm trying to, be safe. So when this video was made yesterday, my media team posted, but I think that after the backlash, my media team decided to, do more or less a cover to say this was AI. Now I want to be very clear. The video yesterday was not AI, and I'm very disappointed with my media team. But I sympathize with them because they were not able to reach me when they should have consulted me. Consequently, they've been able to mislead my president, who actually also suggested, because of the feedback he got from the media team, that it was AI. The truth is, this is a statement I made. Now, believe me, to err is human, and sometimes you put a statement in a place that should, or words in a place that they should not be. But this statement is as simple as it should have ever been from where I come from. I made a statement in which I said, I am ready to die for my country. I'm ready to die for these elections. I have said several times of me being ready to be killed. The statement, I am ready to kill, is more of a self-defense, statement. Oftentimes we hear or we know that, for example, soldiers, they sign up to die. Now, inherently, what we've not been told is that they also sign up to kill. So, ready to die, ready to kill is more of a self-defense statement. Now, I know that it could be misconstrued, there could be many other assumptions made, but the truth is, it is as a simple statement to suggest that we have put our stakes on these, elections, and we are willing to go all the way to defend the will of the people, to allow that the will of the people is allowed to prevail. Now, you, the Zambian people, are aware of literal statements that we make. For as an example, that statement does not in any way suggest I am willing to, or I am committing a crime. It is a literal statement that says, I'm ready to die for what I hold dear. And I'm ready to, push away anything that threatens that which I hold dear. That is from where I stand. But look, because of the reactions, and because I'm a human being and I'm a leader, seeing that there's reactions over this statement, I am willing freely to say sorry for this statement, seeing that it has raised so much hullabaloo. But it was said in very literal sense to mean we've put everything, our lives on these elections, and will not allow these elections to be manipulated. Now, the statement AI, I'm not like Wena Chavinga who would make a statement that Judge Aladia and later on claim it's AI. I am not one. Me, I make statements with convictions that the things I'm talking about are real. Perhaps it's a manner in which I may, present the issue that may raise issues as the case is now. But let me tell you something that you are not aware. Our lives, when I say our, all of us who are surrounding Brian Mundubile are living in constant danger at any time. We cannot be in our houses. We cannot sleep in one place. We are being hunted like common criminal, not by the state, but by mercenaries that have been assembled. Of course, there's a bit of some collaborations, innocently so, by some police officers, as the case was. You are not aware, maybe some of you, that over 30 of our team that went to Mongo are already, as we speak, languishing in a prison facility in Mongo. You all know by the law that there's no one who gets to be kept in a prison cell or a prison facility if they've not been charged, let alone they've not been presented before a competent court. But unprecedentedly so, our people, you are talking about innocent people as Avena Chester, IDC, Runi Kapia, Felix, very innocent people who, in my view, are not even able to, kill a fly, have been kept in a prison facility without a charge for so many days. Why? Simply because they are part of the brand team, and the brand team now must be dismantled at all cost. Here is something that you may not be aware. All that fracas you saw in Mongo, where coming out of the King's Palace, police had mounted a roadblock, searched all the vehicles. They were not searching for, weapons weapons. I'm sorry to say, they were searching for me. And because intel reached me when in good time, I was able to sneak out because the intel suggested I was going to have been harmed. Now, this is the kind of situation we are living in. So sometimes, out of trying to act strong and macho as it were, we may act, outside the expected norm or say things that are out of the ordinary. But this is for you to know that there's so much happening. Our friends, the raids are willing to go to great length for them to win power. Imagine the statements that are coming from people like Alfiani, literally putting it out as clear as he can that they are going to kill Brian Mundubile and team. Now, interestingly, I haven't seen anyone condemn these statements. Who is Kalfiani? We all know this is a criminal who's been reported having abducted people like Black Apple, tortured him. These videos have been broadcasted. These are people who are capable of doing all manner of evil. How many people have been killed so far in this campaign at the hands of the UPND? So you now do understand the predicament we are living in. That if we are weak, we were weak men, by now Nkana tuzala, but we are standing in for the Zambian people, you who have deposed so much confidence and trust in us that we'll fight to the hilt. Now, sadly, our team has decided not to go to the southern province. Not because we did not care or love the people of the southern province, but because the threats are becoming much more pronounced. Look at the attack we suffered in Kaoma. Criminals blocked the road with stones, with pangas, in Milando. They were even, having chit-chats with a horde of police officers, waiting for us, waiting to attack us. We've said several times through our president that we will not retaliate against any provocations. But there will be a time when we will have to fight back just to get ourselves out of a trap, as the case was in Kaoma. We got to a point where our people had to fight back to get out of that entrapment. Today you hear the system wanting to now turn the whole system to suggest that we were the aggressors, when the whole country saw what happened in Kaoma. You also saw what happened in Mpundu, where trained police officers came with tear gas canisters, popped tear gas canisters at a lawfully assembled rally in Mpundu. These things don't happen in a normal functional society, where police officers at a very huge gathering baposha tear gas. Because you know what can happen when you pop tear gas at a rally. There can be stampede and people can die. But you can all see that this is all orchestrated. The violence has been following us since we entered in Eastern Province. It got worse when we got into the Copper Belt, where over 20 cars were smashed. As I speak now, our friends who had reported the instances in Kitwe are now being hunted. Now, the victims now to being, the culprits. So it has become the order of the day. So I seek this, I put this to you, the citizens. What are our options? We may all decide, let us all vanish. I can run to safety myself, run away. I can afford. But I've told myself, if I run away, what have we been fighting for? What have we been standing for? Or if I wanted to now, I can make a phone call. What would it mean to you? So, as we take time to evaluate this statement of I'm ready to die, I'm ready to kill, I want you also to think of the situation. Just yesterday, two of very critical individuals around the president, Ambassador Martha, and the lady who does, our media called Hannah Israel, were being trailed by mercenaries in unregistered, vehicles. Around Long Acres roundabout, they realized that they were being trailed. They did a circle. Immediately, these mercenaries pulled out guns and started shooting at them. Out of Umwenso, because Vakashana, they went and hit a pole, and these mercenaries abducted our two ladies. Interestingly, they went further to go and search the two ladies' houses, purporting to be deck officers. They told the families that they should go to deck after 45 minutes. When the families went to deck said they had no such operations. Guess what? One of these mercenaries, as reported by Anna's, dad, is that guy who attacked Garingo. So you can understand how dire this situation is. So basically, this is a scheme to strip President Brian Mundubile of everyone, because counting 1, 2, there's over 40 people around President Brian Mundubile who have already been picked out, most of whom we don't even know where their whereabouts, save for only those who are in prison in Mpundu, having not even been presented before, a court. Now, back to the statement. I'm ready to die. Yes, I still want to insist. I am ready to die for my country. Because this election means everything to me. Maybe the statement, I'm ready to kill, is maybe more out of context. But from where I stand, it is a self-defense statement. If I were to ask all of you, because I've seen, I was just going through, socials, having some access to socials just in the morning. I've seen so many, even friends, that you are reporting me for what? Because if you have understood the law, tell me what law I have abrogated by suggesting that I'm ready to kill. If you come to my family to try and disturb my family, I can do everything to protect my family. That is the literal meaning of the statement, I'm ready to kill. All of you use such statement. Tell me, statement. Now, again, you can see that this has been blown so much, and I apologize to all of you who have felt disappointed with this statement and have a big heart enough to say sorry. I'm saying sorry to you. Hopefully it will settle down with you. But I'm telling you now, we are being taken for a ride. There's so many ill issues that we must be discussing today. The biggest issue now is the conduct of these elections. The traditional way to mark your ballot is an X, not a tick. Whether provisions are allowing or not, every material educating voters about voting indicates that it is a tick. Do they want to now, take the kwenyu into the elections? These are matters that we must be discussing now. The abduction of 2 women, Martha, by mercenaries popping guns. These are grave matters that we must be discussing now. The statements of Kalfianya suggesting that Mundubile turebe pana abantu babo mariage tufilo kulalanda kwaya. But guess what? As we've known the UPND, they've run with this agenda of Binwell na ponta na tukana. When you look at that statement critically, it's a self-defense statement. No two ways about it. And for me, if the police today decides, Binwell, we want you to answer for this crime, I will free go. What I have just refused is for police to send these mercenaries to come and abduct me to go and answer for a purported crime. I have said this and I'll say it again. Inspector General of Police, sir, respectfully so, if there's any crime I have committed that I must answer for, call me. My lawyers are there, Mulungu's chambers. Please, but I didn't call out. I will come because you don't need to send those people to come and ambush me. I think that I've done enough for this country to respect or to deserve some respect, that if you want me to answer for my crimes, I will respectfully so. But as you have this conversation, I want to put it again to you. When somebody says, I'm ready to die for my country, or I'm ready to kill for my country, the question is, what is a crime? What law has been abused or broken? That should be your focus. As for my media team, they panicked. They went into the AI nonsense. I don't agree with it because in the process they've misled my president. I am taking ownership. I made this statement and I apologize for the misinterpretation. But the real matter is this country is degenerating right before our eyes. And we are not paying attention to what matters most. The conduct of these elections, the actions of state agencies, all meant to cripple President Brian Mundubile. Nothing of this sort has ever been witnessed in this country. But Brian Mundubile pali no shatureland. But shereferi mina abantu abali for. Anytime anything can happen to him because we know so much. Ngatualanda mwala muna tulima cry babies. But here is what I know my president will do. He will not surrender. He's there to fight for you, the Zambian people, because having these guys continue in government, which is why we remain the last men standing to defend our country, to stand by you, our people, and to do what is right. Me, I heard an outrageous statement that no, Ngamwamu mwana Binwell shoot him so that to get such the claim I've never even owned a gun. If I had a gun today, which is why safety kulisunga we mwine. I am a free person. I am, a peace-loving person, which is why the only thing I can do is to go as far as urge people to defend themselves, because after all, it is provided for in our laws that when you are attacked, you can defend yourselves. So I thought that I could put context to this issue, which has taken turns and twists. But I think that there's a challenge to all of you as you discuss this matter. Pay attention to what we are missing. We are missing the bigger issue. This country is degenerating. The chaos at the hands of these cadres. We've seen, people being killed by reportedly cadres. You are not paying attention to these very disturbing stories of the abductions at the reportedly state agencies. I call them mercenaries. They are, wanton arrests of everyone associated with Brian Mundubile. All these are not bothering you. But look at how we've been so busy about, I'll die for my country and I'll kill for my country. Honestly, no. Anyway, I am sorry, guys, for those who are disappointed with the statement. I still stand by the statement. It would have been, made in a rush or words not being put properly. But let us not lose focus. God bless you. God bless our country. Thank you very much.